Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we've got this really powerful story about how music can connect us. Across continents, languages, and even the barrier of sight.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with this quote. I focus only on the singing because I cannot see. That one sentence, that's the whole key right there. It unlocks this absolutely incredible connection between a fan in Thailand and a pop star from the Middle East. It's a story that kind of makes you rethink what it even means to truly listen.
So, let's start in Thailand. Our story begins with a guy named Tom. He's a huge fan of the Lebanese music icon, Nancy Adram. But here's the thing. He experiences her art in a way that most of us probably never will.
Think about it, right? For most of us, when we're fans of an artist, it's the whole package. The music videos, the album art, the concerts, the fashion. It's a whole visual feast. But for Tom, who is visually impaired, all of that just fades away. For him, it's a world of pure sound. He's connecting with her voice, the super complex melodies, the chord progressions, just the pure emotion baked right into the music itself.
So, you're probably wondering, how does a fan in Thailand even discover a Lebanese superstar? This wasn't some TikTok trend or a viral video. It all started with a single, kind of random moment on the radio.
All right, so picture this. About 15 years ago, Tom's just listening to the radio, a show called World Music. The host comes on and introduces this singer from Lebanon, plays 3 of her songs, and then he does this one super important thing. He spells out her name. Nancyajram. And that little spark was all it took.
So that first song he heard was called Ebn El Garan. And right away, the melody just clicked for him. It felt familiar, It reminded him of sounds he'd heard growing up near a Muslim community right there in Thailand.
And then, the second song came on, Lamset Eid, which means a touch of a hand. And this one, with its really unique arrangement and just powerful vocals, pulled him in even deeper.
And the third one was Leah Huck, which translates to I Have a Right. And that's it. Those 3 songs, heard just one time on the radio. But that was enough to forge this connection and send him straight to the internet to find everything else she'd ever recorded.
Okay, but here's where the story gets even more interesting. This wasn't just a case of someone liking a few songs. See, Tom is a pianist. So when he listens to music, he's not just hearing a tune. He's hearing the entire architecture behind it.
He was absolutely fascinated by the musical craftsmanship. He started studying her vocal techniques, her unique runs, the incredibly complex arrangements, and these chord progressions that were just not what she'd expect. He realized she was doing this brilliant fusion of traditional Arabic music with Western styles, creating something totally new.
And there's one song in particular that is the perfect example of this, Badak Tabathik. It shows just how deep this fusion goes. But the real genius of it, well, it's revealed when you realize the song has 2 totally different personalities.
Okay, so if you listen to the studio version, you hear this awesome mix of Latin music and traditional Arabic sounds. It's great. But the live concert version, whoa, it's something else entirely. It transforms into this wild mix of jazz, Arabic music, and then out of nowhere, it weaves in a theme from Mozart.
So Tom actually talked about this with that same radio host, and what the host said was really insightful. This wasn't just, borrowing a famous melody to sound clever. It was a tribute. It was like a conversation happening between artists across centuries, showing this deep respect for a master like Mozart.
And we're not just guessing here. The connection is super specific. Her live version of the song directly quotes one of the most famous pieces of music ever written, Mozart's Symphony No. 40. What an absolutely bold and brilliant artistic choice, right?
Which, of course, brings up a really big question. How can someone connect so deeply with the story in a song if they don't understand a single word of the lyrics?
Well, Tom actually tried to find out. He asked a friend from Algeria to translate the lyrics for him. But, get this, she couldn't do it. The Lebanese dialect was so different from the Arabic she spoke that it was like a different language to her. And that failure to translate led to this really profound moment of clarity for Tom. The music's power, its emotional message, was already there. It didn't need a dictionary.
And that really is the core of this whole thing, isn't it? Music has this incredible ability to communicate emotion and story directly, completely bypassing the need for a shared vocabulary. It really is the universal language.
So for Tom, once he had that realization, it totally transformed how he saw music.
It wasn't just entertainment anymore. It became something so much deeper. And I think Doom himself said it best. He has this beautiful metaphor for it. He says, it's like traveling without a visa or a passport. We travel with sound. For him, listening to this music is a way to experience the culture and the soul of another country, all without ever leaving home.
So just how unique is this connection? Well, think about this. In a country of 70 million people, Thailand, Tom is pretty sure that he's the only dedicated fan of Nancy Ajram, the only one.
And what's so powerful is that his story isn't about getting famous or meeting a celebrity. That's not what he wants. It's about something much simpler, much more profound. It's the hope of being heard across that vast distance. His one wish is just that Nancy Ajram might someday know that her music found this home with a fan in Thailand who listens, who studies, and who is just deeply, deeply moved by her work.
And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. We live in such a visually saturated world, right? We're constantly bombarded with images and videos demanding our attention. So the question is, what amazing stories, what incredible connections, what entire worlds are just waiting for us out there if we just stop for a second, close our eyes, and truly, truly listen?